Hello, welcome to Counselling Riviera's YouTube channel. This is being started thanks to coronavirus and the lockdown. Lots of people have asked me lots of questions and asked for some meditations and some insights for support. So I thought I'd make this more available to each and every one of you, should you want it. I will start today with a practice, with a little visualization, talking about the 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. We will concentrate on these today because I noticed that a lot of people, with all the anxiety about corona, the different informations, the sort of joy and stress of being on WhatsApp and FaceTime and Twitter and whatever you guys are on all of the time, people's energy have gone up and out of their bodies. There's a lot of anxiety around increased screen time. You can't necessarily do the same sports you did before. Some of you will be doing online yoga or online Pilates and all sorts of other creative things, but still it's not the same, and many people respond with anxiety. So earth is very, very good to ground yourself, to come back into the body, to be with what is, and to just breathe out and think, okay, this is it. Water connects us with emotion, with love and compassion, both for others and ourselves. It's a balancing of, there might be too much emotion in a way that you might be very anxious or very low and depressed, or you might have gone the other way and stopped being loving and kind and compassionate for yourself because it felt so overwhelming, and you notice you're feeling a little bit numb. That's quite normal in a situation like that. That's a little bit of shock or trauma, and we disconnect from emotions if we're afraid this is too much, I can't handle this. So don't be afraid, this is all normal and good stuff. So we want to be grounded and feel safe and in our body, to be connected with water, with ourselves and with others. These are the ones I'm going to focus on most of all, but we like to do things in good balance. So I will also talk about fire. Fire has to do with, in quotation marks, the truth, with justice, with inspiration, with humor, with upliftment, with creativity. So a lot of you have been starting to do creative projects at home, from home improvement over decorating Easter eggs and all sorts of amazing things I've seen. The most weird thing I've seen is a picnic bench for a squirrel. You didn't need to know this. Okay, so fire is good. It can go on the dark side into too much anger. Some anger can be very good, and very often when we are in confinement, when we're not free, we feel this is unfair, we are restricted. Some of the rules don't make sense, but the governments are doing what they can. We're all doing what we can. Some of it, our mind might say, is, pardon me, stupid, so it's all the harder to adhere to. And there might well be anger coming up, but if we can sort of allow that and then sort of be a bit more subtle again and think this is also light and life force, and you could go into creativity and joy. And obviously if anger needs to be expressed, that's fine as well. Air has to do with thinking, having a free mind, roaming with clarity, very much, as I said, with the mind, the realm of thoughts. And of course, some people have had very conflicting thoughts, have had worry thoughts, and there's an overflow of information that's really hard for our minds. So we'll do a little bit of air as well, to just clear the mind a little bit and let go of that. That's not really needed right now. Okay, so I'll stop this little introduction and then start a new one, because you won't want to hear this all the time, and just go through the elements with you in the meditation. If you can find yourself a reasonably quiet place where you can sit, ideally, you can also lie down, of course, but maybe sit upright with your feet on the floor, then that would be a really good starting point, and we'll meet there. Thank you.